Good morning, world. So we just woke up. It is just about 5 a.m. and um, we're gonna get our day rolling. So it is Wednesday, May 21st, and I'm just getting over a cold, but we're going to make everything happen. So I'm going to vlog today and show you guys what my day is like. So I just got my first meal ready. So I'm having egg whites and mustard. It's really nothing special. Then we're off to go train shoulders and do some cardio. Okay, guys, so I'm actually just quickly stopping at Jake's um, business, and it's called Superhuman Health Club. But basically, I forgot my Apple Watch, so him being the angel he is, he brought it with him to work so that I could quickly grab it before I started my cardio. So I'm gonna run in, grab my Apple Watch, and say hi to him. So yeah. Okay, so it is probably the favorite part of my day. I just pulled up to Michael's and I'm about to head in and grab some art supplies. Okay, guys, so I'm home now. I quickly had a shower and then I just made myself this protein coffee, so I'm super excited to have that. And then who wants a little Michael's haul? Because I was just at Michael's and I love going to Michael's, so I figured you guys would like to see what I got there. So let me show you what I got from Michael's. Okay, guys. So I actually just messed up some of my commissions. So I figured instead of trying to save those canvases, the quickest way to fix it would be to start over. So I bought two new canvases to restart a commission. I'll repurpose those old canvases and reuse them down the line. But right now, the fastest way for me to fix this problem is to start over and then just repurpose those down the line because I do have a timeline. I also bought this spray paint just because it was on sale and I thought I needed it. What typical girl, typical girl. And then I said I wanted to start making little clay things. So I figured I'd start with one color. Right now, I've been absolutely obsessed with little leaves and green things. So I got green. And what am I going to make? Leaves. Yeah, that's what I'm going to make. And then if you follow me on Instagram, you also would know that I got a little gouache set. I don't even know how you say it, but I bought one. Anyways, I thought a white jelly roll would go well with that. So that's my Michael's haul. And now, because I decided to start over on these commissions, I better get to work. Oh, I just sat down to have my next meal, so I'm just having a little fish and cucumber, and then I'm gonna get back to work. So I got the first layer of just an acrylic base just to get the canvas primed and ready to go, done before I started eating, and then I'm gonna get back to work, and then I'm gonna put in about 2 to 3 hours of work, and then I'll have another meal. Okay, guys, so I just cooked up my last meal, so I'm having some egg whites before heading to bed. Jake is just cooked up some eggs over there, and then Henry's outside, but we're just going to eat this and then unwind, and then it's bedtime. So we had a super successful and super busy day full of art and lots of art. So that was fun, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, so I want to have a little yap session. So you guys are probably wondering how I ended up here. And if you guys had subscribed to me previously, like last year, around this time, I was literally just posting about bodybuilding. And I still bodybuild, and I'm actually competing in 2 weeks, but if you see my focus now, it's slightly shifted and it's surrounding my art, my business, and a little bit of bodybuilding still, because that's a huge part of my life. So you're probably wondering how I ended up here. So at the beginning of January 2025, Jake and I had a conversation, and I realized that I was selling myself short. And he basically told me to stop bullshitting myself and to take my goals by the horns and just give her. So I decided that I was going to make this year my year and that I'm going to work my butt off to get what I wanted. So in January, I decided to go all in on my business, all in on my goals, and all in on everything. So that encompassed everything to do with art, but also encompassed a little bit of everything to do with bodybuilding. Um, I've never worked this hard in my life. I'm not going to lie on anything in my life. But anyways, after our conversation in January, I have not stopped. So I made some sort of plan to attack my goals and to promote myself, to work on my brand, to work on my website, to work on what I offered and all of that, and work on my social media presence. One of the main things that I said I was going to do is post every day on Instagram. I have not fallen short on that yet, and I've been posting every single day on Instagram. Since then, I've secured multiple different commissions and sold multiple different original pieces. Over the course of the past like 4 or 5 months, I've done 2 art shows, and then I actually decided that I'm doing a market this weekend coming. So, um, for me, my mindset shift really happened when I decided that I was going to go all in and that I wasn't going to sell myself short. Because I know that I can do it. It's just the fact that we all have these limiting beliefs that maybe push us back a little bit and reasons maybe why we shouldn't do it or why we're scared to do it. And honestly, I do feel all those emotions and I'm just shoving them down my throat and I'm just like, I'm going to make it happen. Honestly, like deciding to start a business and not knowing anything about business is like jumping off a cliff and not having a bungee jump saber to you. And I don't know how to swim, so if I jump in water, I usually would probably just doggy paddle or drown. So, I mean, that's how it feels to be knee deep in a business and to be going all in on a business. So let me tell you, the first time someone asked me for a commission, I was in my head, I'm like, are you sure you want me to paint you something? Even though I had put out cool stuff, I was like, really, you want me to paint you something? So, anyways, I did it. And that was my first step towards finding some form of confidence in selling my art. Then from there, I said yes to a bunch of commissions. And every time I still feel like that feeling, wow, I'm like, this person wants me to paint them something. And it's honestly such a cool feeling. It's like probably the coolest feeling in the world. The fact that someone wants to hang something that I made in their home. Anyways, the first original that I sold, I remember being like, whoa, this is so cool. Someone wants to buy something that I actually wanted to paint. And slowly working my way into making originals and hopefully just having them sell. But I'm not there yet, to be honest. Like some of my originals sit, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. Like I have 2 originals in my living room right now that I intended to sell and didn't sell. And to be honest, I'm fine with it. I have beautiful art in my home, and if someone does want them down the line, I have them. That being said, it is nice to sell originals. If you like my originals, I'm always posting new stuff on my page, so just keep up with it. And if something stands out to you and you see it in you want it in your home and you could see it in your home, shoot me a message. Some originals hit my store. Yeah, honestly, I would say the main thing is that being a creative entrepreneur, for myself, an artist, you're not going to have everything figured out, and nothing's going to be perfect, and it never will be. And that applies to every single aspect of my life. And I am to a certain extent a perfectionist, but I embrace the fact that I mess up a lot, I suck a lot, and there are a lot of things that I need to learn and improve on before I am more successful. And every day that I make a mistake or every day that I have a success is a step closer to growing and becoming better than I was yesterday. So honestly, like that's all I can ask for as an entrepreneur is that I improve over the course of time. I'm not in a rush for anything. I've never been in a rush for my life. Um, I do set timelines and goals for myself because I love to hold myself accountable. But There is no timeline on your stories. So I would say just keep working, just keep putting in the hours, and eventually you're going to look back and be like, oh my gosh, like, how did I end up here? Because that's me right now. Because if you asked me in January if I was going to be doing what I'm doing right now, I probably would have told you no. I don't even know why I'm yapping to you. I'm just here to tell you my story. But if you are considering pursuing something creatively or in business or whatever it is, honestly, just take the leap of faith. You really have nothing to lose. And if you do lose anything, it might be a couple $100, maybe a couple thousand, but money comes back. What if it all works out, right? So I would say take that leap of faith and put the work in yourself. Believe in yourself, make it happen. And I think that's the biggest thing that is working for me right now is just believe in yourself and believe that you can do it and that you can make it happen because you will. You'll find a way. We always find ways to make things that we want happen. So that being said, I just wanted to stop and yap and tell you the things that are going through my mind and how I ended up here and why I ended up here as posting as an artist versus a bodybuilder. And I'll still share bodybuilding stuff, but I'm going to share a little bit of my whole life because my life is funny. I'm a bodybuilder, an entrepreneur, and an artist. And all of these things are lots of hard work, lots of hours put in, big goals, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So, anyways, I that was a little bit long, but I will see you guys in the next clips.